Meaty coin. There's a simply rabbit meaty coin. I'm going to assume that it's rabbit is the ingredient and not for rabbits. But again, these are foods that are designed or advertised and marketed for dogs generally, but there's no reason you can't use these for other taxa. I wouldn't necessarily go using a lot of these products, but as a general rule, anything that's marketed toward dogs, you could use for wolves or for bears in captivity. There's a lot of different kind of crossover with a lot of species. So a lot of this sort of stuff generally is the same food as you would get for other taxa anyway. Now here is Steve. And Steve fits out shops. How are we doing?
Very well.
Good.
One of the most interesting men in the world.
Apparently one of the most interesting men in the world. How are you doing? Okay, I'm Tom. Go on, tell us where you've been.
Well, this year or in the travel?
Well, you were talking about Slovenia earlier on in the year, but then we were talking about bears and snow leopards.
Well, yeah, fortunately, with my hobbies, I go around the world. I'm a climber.
Cool.
So I go to mountainous regions around the world. And in my travels, I've been very close to snow leopards on the slopes of Nepal. This year we saw a lynx, watched it bound across the snow in the French Pyrenees. We were within 50 meters of the lynx. My famous points are being face to face with grizzly bears in Alaska. Well, one of the most frightening times was I was having a sandwich whilst on a trek in Nepal, and a tiger walked past us by about 50 meters away, but it was busy chasing a peafowl, and so it did notice my trekking group. So I've been in some serious situations.
That's cool, isn't it?
But one of the best was in Uganda. I went there purposely to trek the silverback gorillas, and I was issued a group called the Rushigura group. I had to search for them in the jungles on the mountains. 4 hours of trekking through sweat and jungle. We come across a troop of gorillas, and we stood there and watched the young gorillas playing. I've got a video on my website.
That's
watching
nice.
The gorillas playing, and a big silverback gorilla came up to me. Our guide was saying, "Don't move." It walked up to me, and it grabbed hold of my trousers, smelt me, looked at me. I could see the fleas on its head and everything, and it just stared me in the eye, looked at me, walked off.
That is amazing.
I could smell it. It was wonderful.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Terrifying. And you do fittings for shops?
Absolutely. The reason why I'm here is you've got reptile shops, pet shops, and my company, Hartford Shelving, supplies all the display equipment that you want to display all the products on. So we
literally what PATS is about. Fitting out pet shops is the sort of stuff you don't really think about. You go in a pet shop and there's shelves on the wall, but somebody has to put it in.
Absolutely.
Steve.
Somebody wants to sell a tin of dog food. It doesn't float in the air. It has to sit on a shelf.
That is amazing.
Yeah. My grandchildren have got bearded dragons. They now want 2 white tree frogs. So
I've got 2 whites.
Looking,
They're
you've
great.
got 2
Yeah,
whites.
I've got 2 whites.
And I'm now looking for a 45, 90 Viv. 2 grandchildren, 11 years old, and they want tree frogs.
That's cool. Yeah, you get some whites. You can set up like a little rain chamber, and they croak when it's raining, so because it's the breeding season when it rains.
That's exactly what we want to do.
That's so cool. That's literally our tree frog enclosure is due a refit, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to refit my rain system and all that sort of stuff. Literally what I'm doing at the moment.
Well, if I need any advice, I know where to come, don't I, mate?
Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you.